What is going on, y'all? Sorry, I am starting the live stream a little late. Life does be happening sometimes. No matter the case, we are doing Leo and Virgo tonight. Leo and Virgo collective readings tonight. Do keep in mind, if you are viewing this from YouTube, don't forget you can always fast forward to the Leo reading. You can always fast forward to the Virgo reading. I'm going to see if charging my phone from like midway will help me not to lose battery. But yes, we will be waiting for all the Leos to join in the live stream. Hope y'all are doing a-okay. Oh yes, Leo and Virgo collective readings, y'all. If y'all are new here, definitely hit that follow button. I greatly appreciate it. If y'all are a returning follower, or maybe a returning subscriber on YouTube, thank y'all for all the love and support. Hello, hello. Welcome back, y'all. Here in about a couple minutes, we're going to start the Leo reading. Thank you to all the Virgang collective for being patient with me. I will be starting the Virgo collective reading shortly after I end the Leo reading. What up, what up? Where are all my Leos? I've seen a few of them. Oh yes. What do we have for the Leo collective? What does the Leo collective need to know moving forward for the next week ahead? What do we have for the Leo collective? What does the Leo collective need to know moving forward? About 38 after, we're going to do 3 more shuffles. Oh yes. And it looks like my phone is charging as well, slowly but surely. Nice. Y'all, it has been a hot week. What does the Leo collective need to know moving forward for the week ahead? 38 after, we need 3 more shuffles. Whoa. Let's try that again. A 1, a 2, a 3. Alrighty, y'all. You know what to do. Oh yes. For any of you that don't know what to do, if you are new here, when I do the bridge shuffle as I'm about to do, that is the signal to send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety through the comments so I can cut this deck. Here it is. And there it was. TWAS twas. go ahead and send those scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety through the comments so I can cut this deck. Oh yes. Oh yes. About 40 after. Ooh. 40 after we will start the Leo collective reading. Hello, hello, Leo collective. You are just in time for the Leo collective reading. 40 after, and we will cut the deck. Thank you all for being patient with me. I am joining at least a couple minutes late. There it is, 40 after. Let us cut this deck. And we shall begin. Leo collective, do keep in mind that this is a collective reading. So it's definitely not going to resonate for every, well, not every single person, maybe, but for an individual person, like 100%, no, there's no way. I do use metaphors and examples of the interpretations, and some of the examples are wild, but they are relatable. So with that being said, hello, hope all is well. Leo collective, we are starting your reading. Sun, moon, and or rising, maybe even Venus. Here is your situation. What happened to that card? That's not good. Here is the challenge. Whoa. Willie, thank you for the rose, but do keep in mind this is a Leo collective reading. Depending on your zodiac sign, I might have already done your reading either Monday or Tuesday, or maybe I'm about to, especially if you're a Leo or a Virgo for today. And then tomorrow we have Libra and Scorpio. Friday is Sagittarius and Capricorn, and then, oh, Capricorn, yep. That'll be for Friday. But yes, Leo collective, we do have your situation, the challenge, the person of interest, the similarities or common ground between you both, and the possible outcome and or advice. Say, got you, I'll be back. Yes, about 12 minutes ago is when you need to set your alarm. No, not 12 minutes ago. Let's say 18 minutes from now. 18 minutes from now, Friday. Set your alarm. Or, I mean, yes, 12 minutes ago is when I start the live stream. But no matter the case, Leo collective, thank you all for being patient with me. Let's get into this reading. So, I don't know what's going on with the Leo collective. We do have the, oh, I forgot to mirror the video. There we go. We do have the Seven of Swords. I don't know what is going on with the Leo collective, but at the very least, you're trying to make an escape. Maybe not necessarily make an escape. Let's say you're trying to be strategic. Let's put it that way. Trying to be strategic. If you notice in the artwork, even in the traditional artwork of the tarot card of Seven of Swords, a character is depicted stealing swords from the enemy's campgrounds, stealing weapons to prevent them from using them against, or being used against this person. So maybe you're about to keep away some information from a specific person, at the very least. Now, at the very most, This could have to do with lying, cheating, stealing, which I hope we are not doing. And I say we because I myself am a Leo sun. Hello from Ireland. Holy crap. Please do hit that follow button. I love it when folks outside of the country follow me. Hope all is well. I am part Irish too. Thank you for the heart me. But yes, folks, Leo Collective, I don't know what's going on here. If you're lying, cheating, stealing at the most, maybe at the least, you're just trying to be strategic with your words, with your actions, and how you manifest in the next week or two. Very well could be. I actually have a follower that's from Norway. That's pretty awesome. But no matter the case, we do have the Tower in the challenge. It does feel like you're trying to keep something together. It's like in the challenge, obviously or not so obvious, the Tower card and any other placement talks about bringing something down. Something crumbling, as far as maybe it is a relationship, maybe it's something sudden and unexpected too, right? Like maybe you're driving down the road and you get a flat tire. That's a Tower moment. Maybe you're doing the dishes and accidentally break a dish. That's a very tiny example of how this could relate in everyday life. Maybe you go into work and they tell you, hey, you've been replaced. You no longer have a job here. That is a very good example of a Tower moment, sudden upheaval, a out of the blue change, where the stability of the situation, of the mindset, of the relationship, the home, the transportation was just not strong enough. Hello everyone. It was the stability, no matter what the example of, was just not strong enough to hold whatever it is it's holding. I gave many examples: transportation, a home, a career, a relationship. And you're trying not to allow something to crumble that maybe needs to crumble. Very well could be. With the Justice card in this person's energy, you do have a person somewhere in the environment that is trying to be truthful, that is trying to do the right thing. Maybe they are being honest with themselves, therefore they can be honest with you. I feel like you and them are in very different energy. With the Seven of Swords, trying to be strategic, trying to watch your P's and Q's, trying to not act out of character, or, you know what I'm saying? This person definitely is trying to create a balancing act of sorts. Truth, justice, all that good stuff. I do feel like they are trying to be as fair as they can. With the Page of Swords, and the similarities or common ground between you both, this tells me that you both are keeping an eye on each other. Maybe there's a lot you're learning from each other as well. I do love the example of the interpretation with the Page of Swords, that the Page of Swords is the detective of the tarot deck. Sherlock Holmes, if you will. Doing their research, learning up on something. Maybe you're interviewing this person or giving an interrogation. Doesn't have to be. Both of you are in this energy, though. Both of you share this energy, trying to learn, trying to ask questions, get answers, being curious. This is a very strange reading. You're over here trying not to allow a tower moment to happen, trying to watch your P's and Q's, watching what you say, watching what you do. This person is being truthful, honest, fair in the situation. Both of you keeping a close eye on each other. 9 of Pentacles. And the possible outcome could be you just enjoying not just your singledom, or singlehood, let's call it, but I do feel like you've created a stable environment in which you can enjoy the fruits of your labor, in which you can be comfortable in. It's like all this hard work, I can now hang up some posters of my favorite bands, maybe some flowers in the corner, right? I got some furniture over here, other examples, etc., etc. You get the gist. If this is a weird reading, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if this is the advice, then yeah, I mean, try your best to remain comfortable, calm. You definitely have created some sort of stability for yourself, so, I mean, enjoy the fruits of your labor. What a weird reading. Maybe this person is getting some sort of justice for themselves, trying to bring some justice to the Leo. Can you read it for me, please? No, I cannot. What is your zodiac sign? Depending on what your zodiac sign is, I might have already read for you. I do 2 zodiac signs a night. I do personal paid readings on Sundays. Monday through Saturday, 2 signs a night. And if you just so happen to miss out on your zodiac sign, you can always subscribe to my YouTube channel. I upload these live videos to said YouTube channel for anyone to go watch and appreciate and look back on, all just in case you miss out on the live stream here on TikTok. With that being said, Leo Collective, we need one more card to end out this reading, this strange reading. I don't necessarily know if I resonate with this reading per se. Although maybe I'm supposed to resonate more so with my Virgo rising, or maybe even my Scorpio moon. Tomorrow, possibly. No matter the case, what does the Leo Collective need to know moving forward? Give us one card so we can end out this reading. All right, 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. Top card is the card you need to see, we need to see, to end out this reading. Ooh. Look at the artwork on that one. A lot of pretty blues. What are those, narwhals or something? Isn't that what those are, narwhals? How the heck does an animal evolve into something like this? Right? Where the heck does the unicorn even come from on this puppy? No matter the case, distinctive potential. Distinctive potential. Is there some sort of potential you're trying to savor? Oh, save maybe? It says distinctive potential, and I'm trying to relate it to the rest of the reading. It's like I'm still trying to keep something up, Maybe that something is, keeping your potential small, hindering your potential, possibly. We are going to read from this card, though. Distinctive potential. Rely on your faith and the knowledge that nothing is impossible. Use your determination to hang in there until you realize a goal. Yeah, it very well could be that the Leo collective is just trying to watch their P's and Q's until a goal is realized or accomplished. Interesting. Maybe that has something to do with the Page of Swords. If you're in the shared energy, trying to learn something, trying to also be strategic about something, maybe it's learning up about how you can accomplish this goal. Maybe not necessarily faster, but this card did mention relying on faith instead of lying, cheating, stealing. Right? I'd say just be comfortable. Have faith that this goal will be accomplished. Because I do believe the Leos have created some sort of comfortable environment for themselves. And I do know that me, myself, I definitely would not do anything to disturb that comfort, to disturb the peace I myself have created. So if I know all the other Leos out there, they're probably going to do the best they can to make some goal accomplished, successful, even if it means just staying grounded, just having a little faith. Keep putting in the effort, for sure. Keep putting in the effort, but know that through that effort, something is bound to happen. With that being said, I think this is what I have for the Leo Collective. Do keep in mind, I will be uploading this video to YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe over there, especially if you know that there's times that you're going to miss out on the live stream. I hope this helped. I hope it was entertaining at the least, maybe insightful at the most. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards back into the deck. Thank you for the reading. See you later. Have a great evening. You as well. All right, Virgo Collective, Virgang. Where is my Virgo Collective? I think we're going to get 3 more shuffles in about 3 minutes for the Virgo Collective. I said good evening. Hello. Oh no, I literally just shut down the Leo Collective reading. I do hope you are subscribed to my YouTube channel though, because I will be uploading it tonight to both my YouTube channels. Said that's okay? Well, thank you for the love you so much. Yes. If y'all are new here, definitely hit that follow button. I so appreciate you. I do 2 signs a night if you are new here. 2 signs a night. That just so happens to be Leo and Virgo tonight. Mondays are for Aries and Taurus. Tuesdays are for Gemini and Cancer. Wednesdays, obviously, are for Leo and Virgo. Tomorrow night, being Thursday, will be Libra and Scorpio. Sagittarius and Capricorn are on Fridays. And then, yes, last but not least, would be Saturdays, Aquarius, and Pisces. Virgang, what up and stuff? What is going on? I do appreciate that new follower for at least hanging out. Thank you for the roses as well. You know, even if you missed out on the Leo reading, there's still a Virgo reading that, you know, you can at the very least appreciate to give you an idea of how I do readings in general. So yes, 2 signs a night. And then Sunday nights, I do personal paid readings, $20 through Cash App. Alrighty, y'all, we got less than 1 minute, and we're going to start the Virgo collective reading. Oh, there it is, 7 o'clock. Here in Ohio, anyways. Alright, 3 more shuffles. A 1. A 2. A 3. Alrighty. Y'all, we are about to do the bridge shuffle. You know what that means. And if you don't, I'm about to tell you. When I do the bridge shuffle, as I'm about to do, that is the signal to send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety through the comments, so I can then cut this deck. Scissors, daggers, swords, knives, thumbtacks, clothespins, sharp cheese, a well-dressed, sharp-looking man. There we go. That's much better. I should have done that in the first place. Anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. Yes, thank you for the scissors. Here it is. And there it was. TWAS twas. I only have y'all participate in such a way because I feel like if I was on the other side of these readings, I would like to participate some way, you know, other than just saying, I'm a Leo, my birthday is so-and-so. Or I'm a Virgo, my birthday is so-and-so. Right? But yes, no matter the case, we will cut the deck about 2 after. 2 after, we will cut the deck. Oh yes. Less than a minute. Thank you for the scissors. Thank you for the emojis. It's all just for fun. If you think it's like a energy transfer or whatever the case, you're literally overthinking it. There it is, 2 after. We're going to go ahead and cut the deck. Alrighty. Virgo Collective. Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. Here is your situation. Here is the challenge. Here is your person of interest. Here is the similarities or common ground between you both. And here is the possible outcome and or advice. Virgang, do keep in mind this is a collective reading, so there's no way all the examples I give, all the metaphors I give of examples of the interpretations are going to 100% resonate for one single person, right? Do take what resonates, leave out the rest. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Virgo, you do have the 8 of Wands. That's interesting. You have 2 8s in this reading. The first one being 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands could be that you're about to travel somewhere for some forward movement. Doesn't have to be that you're about to travel, though. This could be, let's say, some sort of positive news. Exciting news. It could be messages, flirtatious messages. I mean, wands do have to do somewhat with passion. You know, yes, creativity as well. So maybe there's a creative project you and another person have in mind. Want to move forward. keep in mind, this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but I often will use the example of romance in these readings. So with that being said, maybe there is a creative project with you and a friend, and you want to move things forward, and you're finally getting that news, or you're sharing news about having this grand idea and want to move forward with it. However, with the High Priestess in the challenge, anywhere else, placement-wise in this spread, if this was to pop up, I would be saying that you're using your intuition, right? You're just going with the flow, letting whatever happens in the situation happen. I almost wonder if the Virgang collective this week, Wednesday to Wednesday, mind you, could be using a bit of their ego, trying to force something. Doesn't have to be. But with the High Priestess, as I mentioned, if this is in any placement in the spread other than the challenge, it's almost as if you would try to be deciphering the difference between your ego and your intuition. The ego is going to try to keep you stuck and stagnant. Oh, you know what happened in the past when you tried to invest in a specific person or anyone in general, when you tried to create that band and practice playing music, or when you started dating someone new, right? This and this happened, and you self-sabotaged. It wants to keep you confused. It wants to keep you in fear. Yes, it is here to help us and keep us safe, for sure. But also, if we're to use our intuition, that little voice in our head that is, yes, quiet. It's little. Whereas the ego is going to be loud. It's going to be proud. It's going to want that attention, right? The intuition is quiet. If we can hear what it's saying, it'll tell us to let things happen as naturally as you can. Maybe with the High Priestess in the challenge, then, we might find it challenging at the very least to listen to that little voice in our head, that higher self of ours, right? And by, you gotta love traffic outside, no matter the case. Where was I even? By higher self, I mean, let's say a future self, in which you did the right thing. You was receptive, allowed things to come to you, people, places, and things to come to you. You didn't force things, right? There's a version of ourselves that allows things to happen. Somewhere in the future, you know, if we connect to that version of ourselves, it will be able to tell us when to act, when not to act, when and what to say, when to say the right words, and what to say is what I should have been saying, but maybe you find it challenging to do so. With the Eight of Pentacles, it very well could be that there's a person in your environment that is just hard at work. I'm not sure if this person is distracting themselves from the Virgo, or if they're just getting that money, honey, getting that bag. It could be maybe they're sharpening their communication skills or skills of any kind. Maybe they're practicing a hobby. With the Eight of Pentacles, there's not too many interpretations of the Eight of Pentacles. They're hard at work. They're very focused on something. Maybe it is a project, a passion project of sorts. We have a returning card from the Leo reading. I don't know what's going on in this reading. Same with the Leo reading. I don't know why the Seven of Swords is coming up. At the very least, maybe you have some news you want to share with someone and you're trying to be strategic about how to share it with them. Or maybe you gained news and you're trying to watch your P's and Q's about how you act or who you share. I think I said that. Who you share your news with. No, I didn't. There was two examples there. First example, you gain some news and you want to share it, but you're maybe trying to be strategic about how you share it, versus you gained some sort of news, a new perspective, trying to adapt to change possibly. And you're trying to maybe hide this news from people or steal away that knowledge. It's going to be different for a lot of you, but no matter the case, if this person is also sharing this energy, we have Eight of Pentacles. They're hard at work, getting that money, honey, getting that bag. And maybe they're also being strategic about how they do so. Or maybe they're just lying to themselves. Lying, cheating, stealing, trying to... I feel like a lot of Leos and Virgos, or anyone with those placements, those signs in their chart, are trying to look for a shortcut, if that makes sense. It could be that a lot of the Virgang specifically could be looking for a shortcut, maybe. My friend, Jesus is surely coming. Look around you, repent of your sins, and turn to Jesus. Hey, thanks, Lindsay. Appreciate that. Or Lindsay. No matter the case, whether you are trying to find a shortcut or trying to be strategic, maybe this person's looking for a shortcut or be strategic about whatever it is that's going on in the situation. We do have a possible outcome and or advice. Whatever this news is that you might have to travel with the Eight of Wands to them, I do feel like the possible outcome here is good. With the Six of Pentacles, this is reciprocity. I think that's the right word I'm wanting to use. Mutual, beneficial help. Equal give and take. Let's put it that way. This is equal give and take. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. If I put in the work in the back of the shop, you can do the traveling and advertising, right? Or if I send word and network, then I can be in the back of the shop creating the shoes, creating the toys, creating, you know what I'm saying? It's giving very heavily. There goes Santa Claus and his little elves in the back making the toys. That's a decent example of what I'm seeing here, but why the High Priestess? Why is it that you're finding it challenging to listen to your intuition about like maybe allowing something to happen? Allowing something to naturally unfold? And then why is it that you and this person are possibly trying to avoid each other? This very well could be avoidance as well with that Seven of Swords. Avoidance. Like, yes, we both do have a project or some sort of, unfinished business, let's say, but maybe we're avoiding it for now until one or the other reaches out. there very well could be fair, balanced effort put into this. If maybe it was you, maybe it's about to be you in the next week, you know, sending an offer, traveling to this person, sending messages, letting them know, hey, I want to move things forward. How can we make this happen? How can we, accomplish this fast forward movement? I'll adapt to the changes if need be. I do feel like Virgos are very adaptive to changes. If this is the advice with the Six of Pentacles, make sure if you help someone that they are at the very least able to help themselves. And what I mean by that is, let's give a small example. If you're to help a friend out, give them $10 for something to drink. This is a terrible example, by the way, but I'm just going to throw it out there. $10 for something to drink. Maybe 2 bottles of water, 3 or 4 bottles of water. And they come out with like 3 or 4 bottles of Mountain Dew that really isn't the healthiest for them, or alcohol, dare I say. Like, seriously? I was hoping you'd come out with, at the very least, like flavored water or, cranberry juice, something healthy. And you come out with alcohol? Like, dude. You asked for my help, and you took advantage of my help. That is not equal give and take. It's like, okay, well, what day do you get paid then? If you're not going to help yourself, at least pay it back. You needed my help up until Friday when you get paid, fine. But if you're not going to help yourself, pay it back or pay it forward at the very least. Give it to someone who will appreciate the help and not take advantage of someone's kindness, right? I'm hoping that has nothing to do with the Seven of Swords here. Lying, cheating, stealing, trying to get over on someone, trying to get one over on someone. There it is. I hope at the very least it's 2 people avoiding each other, avoiding taking accountability, avoiding any responsibility in the situation altogether. I sure hope that's not the case. But people are people. No matter how imperfect we are, we're always going to make mistakes. And until we learn from those mistakes, that might be where the intuition is looking a little foggy. Sure, I want to help this individual, but if all I'm doing is giving, and they're taking me for granted, taking advantage of my help, right? Taking, then it could be out of ego. Look at me, I'm helping the poor. Snap, snap, snap. Taking a picture, taking a video. One of those situations. Is there something you're getting out of helping this person? Maybe. That's probably a harsh question to be asking. But hey, I'll call it if I see it. But I don't necessarily see it. I'm literally just asking a question. Not calling anyone out just yet. But no matter the case, I could definitely be pulling from a different oracle deck and pull a card that would suggest just that we are, as Virgo sun, moon, or rising. I've got Virgo rising myself. So if we were to be skin deep, surface level, what's the word? Superficial, and only look for something in return when you help this person. I don't know where I was going with that, but I mean, yeah, it would definitely show, depending on the card that I would pull and depending on the deck that I would pull from. No matter the case, we need one card to end out this reading. What a strange reading. I cannot stand when this Seven of Swords comes into a reading, because how do you reconcile taking shortcuts, taking advantage of people? Not just being dishonest with others, but being dishonest with yourself. It would save so much time if we were honest with ourselves about how we feel. If we were man enough, woman enough to tell the other person, hey, I just want a one-night stand, and then we can be on our way. But instead it turns into, no, I have feelings for you. No, I really do have feelings for you, just the same as you do, right? But being dishonest with yourself, of course you're going to be dishonest with others. It doesn't necessarily have to start with being dishonest with others. There's definitely people out there that lie to themselves so often that they believe the lies they're telling themselves. No matter the case, we need one card to close out this Virgo reading. This has been a long reading for Virgo. Like a good half hour, a good 25 minutes or so. No matter the case, what does the Virgo collective need to know moving forward? Give us one card to end out the reading for the Virgang. Alright, y'all. 3 more shuffles. A 1. A 2. A 3. Top card is the card we need to see to end out the Virgo reading. I swear, I keep getting repeating cards for whatever reason, but this is Childlike Devotion. I could swear there was another card, or yeah, this is the same card I pulled for one of the other signs this week. I need to start doing what I used to do and just make a separate pile of cards I've already pulled. That way I'm only pulling new cards for the week. But no matter the case, Childlike Devotion. What does it say? You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. Embrace and love who you are. Even if there is some mistakes you're making in the process, even if, yes, we do have a little bit of an ego issue as far as not allowing things to naturally occur, even that ego, even the shortcuts that we choose either over and over again, or a once in a lifetime type of deal, once every now and then, you get the gist. All of our flaws still make us beautiful, which I feel like the Virgo collective probably has a issue with, like, facing, with coming to grips with. You know what I'm saying? I think the Virgo collective probably has a little bit of a perfectionism to them, which is probably why they're the best judge when it comes to other people, but also, like, judge of character, but also it's probably good for the Virgo's ego to be reminded, like, hey, no one's perfect. You definitely are not perfect, Virgo. Have y'all ever met a Virgo who either they have it all figured out in their life, but they don't have it figured out, like mentally. Not as far as mental health, but like organization, mental organization. They said too picky. Virgo's too picky. Gotcha. Or have y'all met a Virgo that doesn't keep a clean environment, organized environment, but they're super sharp in the head, like they're very witty, right? Very intelligent. Yeah, it's one or the other. No matter the case, I do feel like the outcome here is good. It's going to be fair. It's going to be balanced. Whatever effort you're looking from this person, as long as you put in the same effort, you'll get the same from them. It's going to be equal give and take. I don't know what kind of situation this is for y'all, but I mean, I gave my best to describe the situation, the challenge, what's going on with this person, you know, how they're showing up anyways. They're definitely willing to put in the work. He kept his environment clean, but his mental, emotional was a mess. Right. I don't know what kind of shortcut y'all are trying to pull, but you're not fooling me. Overall, it's a good outcome, though. Equal give and take. And, I mean, as long as you, Virgo Collective, are keeping in mind that this person isn't going to be perfect every time they put in the effort, then everything should be peachy keen. With that being said, this is what I have. Stopped talking to him. FYP brought me here, lol. Nice. So the FYP that I put in the comments brought a couple different people then. Awesome sauce everywhere. Yeah, at the very least, I hope this reading was entertaining. At the very most, let's say. Maybe it was enlightening. Adisa, am I currently pregnant? I could not tell you. I do personal paid readings on Sundays. Yes or no questions are free on Sundays as well. Do set your alarm, folks, for about an hour and a half ago. An hour and a half? No, an hour ago. No matter where you are located in the world, if you have your alarm set for an hour ago, you will not miss out on the live stream. And life happens. I get it. I was pretty much like 1 or 2 minutes late to this live stream today. Just because life happens. So I get it. But if that just so happens to happen, then keep in mind I have a YouTube channel I upload to every night. I will be uploading this live stream to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe there so you don't miss out on any readings in the future, even if you do miss out on the live streams. With that being said, hit that subscribe, hit that follow button. If you're new here, thank you all for all the love and support, especially if you're an OG follower or subscriber. I so appreciate you. And yeah, that's what I have for y'all. I hope to see you in the next reading tomorrow for Libra and Scorpio. Or maybe Sunday for personal paid readings, $20 through Cash App. Or 10, depending on how many I pull. You would choose for me to pull. No matter the case. Have a good night. Much love, y'all. Take care.